Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Design Documents, one of our workshops. This is distracting me. I can hear myself on the Zoom. Okay. Uh, so we're going to be talking about design docs, how you do them, how to design in design docs, what are they for, why do we use them? So yeah, designing designer documents for design details. Why did we add that? That's awesome. All right, moving on. Obviously, 90% effectiveness on this workshop, of course. Um, so what is a design doc? First off, starting with the basic question, what is it? Game designing documents are documents that outline the concepts of the game or a specific game element. And it's also a reminder, a description of the game's overall idea, the scope is. You describe the ideal finished product here. You don't do just the concepts. It's also like, what do you wish the end and goal of this game to be? Yeah, it helps lay out everything else for your team members and for other people that might be interested in viewing how the process of your game was. Yeah. What are these for? As I have mentioned before, what else do we put in it though? We put on mechanics, controls, gameplay, MDA dynamics for our first workshop is also applied here to put it down in your own game. Level design, environment design, UI, UX. That also is like a gameplay experience for people. Art, maybe art direction, like the references and such, story, writing materials, sound, music, recommendations, references again. Monetization, if your game is like a big scope game and you're willing to take it to Steam, maybe it's about how much money you're wanting to make out of this, what your budget is. I don't know, that's more marketing stuff, but you get the idea. That's what design docs are for, is for planning ahead. Yeah, if it goes in your game, you might want the design doc for it, and you might want extensive research on it. So yeah, that's what they're for. And again, on the next slide, next slide. On the next slide, these are the common topics. Again, same thing: mechanics, controls, gameplay. Think your MDA, level design, and design of UI. But those are the basic. Those are the ones that you're like, you want those specifically in your design doc. All the other stuff, yeah, that's secondary, but those are the main ones. Yeah, these are also made to communicate with your other departments, specifically your programmers. That's why we have a very big dynamic between designers and programmers, because programmers tend to want to work on your things and implement it at the very end, but they need a blueprint, and the designers kind of make that blueprint, and that's why there's turmoil behind those two. Because it's like, oh, what if design wants to go overboard with their designs, and it goes so far that the programmers are like, actually, can you tone it down a bit? I don't think we can make that by the end of the deadline. And yeah, that's where they start butting heads. But that's why you make a design doc, to communicate these ideas and make sure that everyone will be on the same page.
Oh, yes. As Alexa has already, I guess, touched upon this, why would you do this to yourself? Like, why make a design doc with all your ideas when you already know them all? Well, it keeps everyone on the same page because, like, everyone doesn't know what's inside your head. So if you write it down, and then now everyone knows what's inside your head because you've written it down. It gives a central place to give info on game-specific elements. Uh, and then it keeps those game elements feeling cohesive because other people can then build off of those ideas and like keep them the same, keep them aligned with those ideas. And it helps people like catch up and start working on the game if like they join late. They can read all the design docs and stuff that you've already written down and have not missed out on like the design process itself. And then it just makes communication simpler because you don't have to keep telling every single person that needs to know the stuff. You just write it down and they go to the doc. And then they'll still come to you for questions because they didn't read the doc completely.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Why did not work? Well, so this is communication without a design doc. Programming would wrestle you in an empty parking lot because they have nothing to go off of. They're gonna be like shaking you down for change, except the change is your ideas. Is
Stealing
art,
your lunch money.
art would stab you with a pen and cry because they don't know what to design, make their designs off of like if there's enemies in a game, like they can make enemies, but if we want like a specific enemy, they don't know that, and so they would cry.
They
Sound would hate and ignore you, because they don't really need you anyways. But it would like if you do something into the sound, writing would literally just not care. They do their own.
Writing and design kind of go hand in hand. So it's like if design's not doing their job, writing's doing nothing either.
Writing like writes whatever, and if design's like, hey, we made this mechanic, writing's like, okay, we'll just add lore for that.
It's a lore doc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's the in-universe reason why that happens. Writing's amazing like that.
But as you can tell, programming and art are very dependent on these design docs, mostly.
Mostly, yeah. So what tools can you use to make a design doc? Well, basically anything you can write text on, I'd say. And you can use like Word, Google Doc, mood boards, a website. Why is a website here? It's not like HTML.
You can do a
You
website.
can't use a website, I guess.
I used Figma personally.
Well, the same website as in you make a website. I feel like that's
I think you could. Well,
well, okay, but you can use like websites like Figma or
what is it called? Excalibur or something like
Excalibur. Oh no, Excalidraw.
that? Excalibur.
What's the other one? I swear.
Something.
Something that starts with an M.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. But those are really useful. Like we use Excalidraw for the design doc.
Things that
Or
let you
nonsense.
draw and let everyone collaborate on one idea at the same time. Those are really fun. Figma
Yeah.
boards, big jam boards, mirror boards.
It could also be useful for like to make a PowerPoint to like convey mechanics. Like you could kind of demo a mechanic through like rudimentary shapes. Doesn't have to be like great drawing, but like whatever you think will basically get your idea across, you can use. I have actually used all of these before, so now we're gonna look at some like past design documents that of past GTA games.
Yeah.
We didn't enter a subtitle apparently.
Don't worry about that. I literally put no need at the bottom. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. Anyways,
So design doc examples. First we're gonna take a look at TacoCat, copy making design doc. We go okay. So this is basically the design doc for the taco making mini game of TacoCat. And as you can see, there's like a glossary to like find some to make it like easy for people to see what stuff means and like what certain things do. Then there is like someone put a little mock-up of the layout of the screen here. You can see there's multiple things like the nitro, gas, customers, ingredients. Really lays out like how the scene should look. And then there's descriptions about how it actually works. It's like it tells you how many, I guess, that there's not a certain number of customers that happens, and like that you need to know the order of the ingredients. It's, and basically it details a lot of what like goes into the game and like how programmers should implement some of these things. Okay,
Can we post these on like design general or something?
yes,
Yeah, for people on Zoom.
just copy the link to the
person.
slides, then
I'll put it in
Copy.
general design district. It's just gonna be like a link to.
put it on the Zoom too.
I can't because it's on my phone and like it's really loud. And I don't wanna like,
Well, you can copy it from,
yeah, I know, but then I'm too tough.
you know, if you join the Zoom from your computer, they would
Not
have
as fast, that's why.
uh,
But like right now, while I have it, it's on design general for anyone that wants the link. I'm also gonna grab the Malisense one in a second too.
mhm. So basically the design of basically I guess show what like a game would actually look like.
The 4.1 revision doc for analysis is very extensive. A lot of puzzles. A lot of puzzle mapping on the Figma boards. Or did we use Miro board?
Or not. I really quickly like
By the way, you get the point. You need to
I
find
really
out.
quickly like just like randomly, but this is what it looks like in the final form. And if you like compare it to how like it kind of looks, the mock-up it looked, you can see basically like how it kind of aligned in the end. So
Diagrams are your friends in design.
Yeah, diagrams.
That's why if you can draw on it, the like it's better.
yeah. Now we're gonna go to the Maltem Score One level design doc. So this one is short, as you can see, because this isn't like room design doc. This is kind of just like putting into words kind of what we're doing with like what we want from design. But for floor design, in the real design is which one? This one?
It's in the links.
I should have been prepared for this one, right? Is this? This is
Yep.
Excalibur. Yeah, it's like a Figma, but you don't need an account, right? That's
Yeah,
basically what it is?
you don't need an account. I think you can just hop on in there with like an anonymous username and you can start collaborating.
Yeah,
It's pretty good for mapping out these types of level designs and stuff like that. Helps programmers in the long run if you want to implement things early.
so basically, this is like how we design the floors in Malsense. Where is the guide? Why? Where's the guide?
I think it's the top left.
It's
So not that big of
it's
it?
just, well, there's a partial guide here, so like you
Oh.
can see that these circles are the site beasts and the diamonds are the sound beasts. These like they obviously don't look like actual monsters, but for like conceptual reasons, they're monsters. There's and you can see we like yes, I know. We can see how like we mapped out their control paths and like how they're gonna move, their starting positions. And these these purple things are keys. So we've also mapped out their positions and which doors need keys. These red things are switches, and they have like a little symbol for them. So like this door goes to this switch, and this door goes to this switch. And then we have the altar, of course. And this is the red gem, which you need to like open the red gem door over your simplifier to actually like beat the level. And then we also have a floor node. So like this is basically the layout without like there's no like assets at all. We're not even in Unity. It's just a conceptual layout of what this level looks like. Thanks. And yeah,
Yeah.
I was smarter. I would have opened up an Austin's project, but stall.
When people play Malesense, like all of this will make sense. I know it looks like gibberish to probably the average person, but to a designer, this is everything that happened in the game, basically.
Oops.
It's just, you know what it looks like? It looks like a mall map. Yep, actually, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, base your designs out of mall maps. If they're big maps like that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The maps that they give you at the mall, so you can find different sections of the store. That's what you do with like big maps.
That is, yeah. You know what? I was kind of thinking that.
You know what I mean? Look at it. It looks like a mall map.
It still looks like a mall map.
In the center is the plaza. Are you struggling?
There we go.
Awesome.
This is Unity. We've been in Unity. So basically, you see this. Turn off people's right now. So, don't know how well this will transfer here, but we're gonna look at this one real fast. Like this room you see here, like it's all just blocks and shapes. But magically it's this in the final game. So like you can see the switch here, you can see the site beast. I turned off the right, but these are their paths. Like this path is right here, lines up with that's another window. This path, you can kind of see how like it kind of does that.
Yeah, and there's the altar.
Then there's the altar right here. You can't see yeah. So I hope you can like kind of see how it's kind of come together, I guess, is the way
Yeah.
how it transforms from this to like the final version.
But what a joy to see it all just come
Yeah.
together, all so formal and just
Right, not into that. But also, it's also useful not just for like planning out the levels, but someone had to put this in Unity. Like you don't just like take a picture of the room, paste it into Unity, and AI automatically fills it magically or something. And no, someone had to like build this whole room using
the tiles and stuff.
yeah. And it's much easier when you know like what the room is supposed to look like versus it's I gotta build a room and then make it.
That's true.
And so it's not just it was actually a designer that did this. So you're not just helping like programmers with the rooms, you're helping yourselves.
There's designers out there
Uh-huh.
that just implement themselves as well. Like you, Ethan. Ro was the one that filled in the tiles for Nelson's last year. Yeah. Anyway,
The floor was huge, but whatever.
yeah. Oh my god. Look at that.
This is
Holy wall
entirety
map.
of floor one. It's slightly hard to see, but you can see like there's monsters, keys, and then you can see that basically the same places. There's monster and keys. It looks like a little different just because of how making the map actually ended up working out. Well, there was definitely like this is definitely like a creative like some liberties. I think this was the right word for it. Like a designer couldn't just completely put like transfer it one to one.
Things changed, but it was basically a one-to-one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look at that.
There wasn't a lot of reiteration. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, there were some things that needed to be changed anyways. But also, I guess like when you implement it one-to-one, maybe some problems with the tiles or something like that.
But I mean, like design wise, like play wise.
Oh yeah, we had like, how many puzzle iterations did we have? Like 2 or 3?
um,
And not only the puzzles, but also like we had a couple iterations of like we didn't just go with one map and just went like there was people having their own suggestions on like where things should go, where doors should go was a big conversation.
Okay.
You know,
And would you like just use the same Excalibur thing? Would you make a different one? What was kind of your cycle on how you would reiterate?
we would make either different Excaliburs or it was the same one, but like different areas of the page. So like, oh, day one.
Yeah,
Day 2, day 3, and then it's like the whole page is like very full. Like maybe at some point you're like, where does it start? Where does it end? But that's basically how it should go. You should keep it as organized as you can. But I also enjoy seeing the whole Excalibur getting filled with the things. It's very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how the development of Mouse and Taco Cat went smoothly. And any game in general needs a design doc to go smoothly like this. Moving on to the actual. Yeah. Do you have any questions so far? So this is like wasn't a lot. Design doc
Yeah,
was just
you
a
guys-
no-brainer.
I think it's really like a convincing workshop.
It's just like please write down your ideas before you try pitching them to other people. Please
Yeah.
make sure that you have a lore doc, a like design doc, you have a doc for everything. Like, I want a mechanic to feel like this, and then you write down like a good 2 pages of it. That's okay. That's good.
I think like
A lot of writing.
regardless of how you think of it, like whether you care about other people or care about yourself,
Yeah.
a design doc is good because there's like if you don't put out your ideas won't get into the game. And like
Yeah. Also, if you're like a game leader or a producer and people keep on asking you questions about what the game should be like, and they keep on coming back to you to like say, hey guy, hey,
I'll ask you anyway.
I'm gonna ask you anyways, and then it's like refer to page 50 of this design doc. It's right there.
Yeah, but instead of saying like, "Oh, I can't believe I never or like wrote that down or mentioned it before," he's like, hey, "You need to do your due diligence."
Exactly. It's like you have to, since you can't be at 2 places at once, you should always have something down, written down
Yeah.
for people to like reference to. And if it's not there, then they can ask you a question.
Anyone on Zoom have any questions?
Yeah, looking
Or y'all Zoom as well?
seems are fine. I don't see anything in chat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's exercise time.
It is exercise time, yes. So, what is the exercise?
So, you're gonna write a design doc right now, or you get to find a design doc. You write one or you find one. By finding one, I mean like you can pick up any game that you want and you can try to find it online. Sometimes they exist. I know that League of Legends has their design doc. I know some Apex games also have their design docs out on the internet. Yeah, basically, I need you guys to either find one to reference to as a design, or you can make your own one from like maybe a game that you're making right now, or maybe a game that you're thinking of, like a game idea that's just dwelling in your brain. I want you to try to write it down and try writing down the basics of the game. And if we want to go back to the main topics that you use, that would be mechanics, controls. Think about the gameplay, maybe references to other games that you want to add to your game. Like for example, let's say you're making a I don't know, like something that looks like Hollow Knight. Maybe you want to reference Hollow Knight, just putting some pictures of like the art direction should go like this because I want it to look like Hollow Knight. Um, level environment design, the design of the UI, which UI would be like, where is the main menu? Where is like, actually, it's more UX. It's
No.
not UX. Is that not?
What?
I feel like UX is like where the main menu is, and UI is how it looks.
No, it's a user experience. It
Yeah.
would be like the main menu feels this way. Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like
I don't know.
where I put it is different from like that's experience because I feel like you can make it very annoying for people to get to the main menu, or you can make it really easy, and that's UX. But UI is like, oh, what does it look like? What colors the button? Does it match? Is it easy to see?
I just like randomly looked up like Nintendo design docs, and apparently Nintendo has like on their website a
All of them?
not all of them, but it's for the 30th, apparently for the 30th year anniversary, there's like a video. They have like some of the maps, like the drawings, they're sharing some of the
That's
drawings.
cool.
Like they have this little GIF right here. Like, they drew this out like
I love them.
physically because it's 19 something. And that and like look how it just like turned into the actual level. That's so cool.
Someone drew that on their on a napkin somewhere.
Like see, so like even the Nintendo and all back in those days, they drew it out, and now
It's kind of like
I think we
building.
have no excuse now
It's
because
kind of like building paper prototypes.
yeah,
Like, you know, of games that you make now. Like in some classes, they'll ask you to build a paper prototype. This is what they mean. A lot of the time, it looks a lot like design doc iterations and concepts. Look at that.
that's
Those are all
so
paper
cool.
prototypes. These are all considered design docs. Like technicality, even though you're not writing in them. You're still seeing a lot. I'm a big fan of drawing on my design docs, actually.
Oh wait, what? Where's mine? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I want to see like find more recent ones. If you could, that would be cool. Like if you find them.
Yeah. Um, on Zoom, for people that are seeing the exercise time, link your docs on the Zoom chat so I can look at them. I don't know how long we should give them, but honestly, the rest of the time is fine, I think. Because we finished early, actually. We have like almost 30 minutes. So yeah, you guys get like 20 minutes to write your own design doc.
They want to see the Doom title. Apparently, found this like website that has your design box. That's well, that's the only time like Nintendo has released the design software.
Just
It's more the perfect errors.
you know, like those books that some companies give you, or not give you, but they sell books of how their games were made. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a good one. I think Overwatch has one. Those books like don't just have design stuff in them, but they also have like art stuff, or early concept art for the game characters and stuff like that's what people usually buy them for. But there's also sometimes level designs and how they wanted a certain level to look and how it ended up looking. Mechanics are in there sometimes, like, oh, we changed this.
I hate how efficient Windows is because whenever I like maximize the screen, hiding the like hiding the indentation,
Yeah.
it like pauses the GIF.
Oh,
Stupid optimization.
optimization. It's trying to be so nice to your RAM. Kind of look for some games that might have just like those.
There's one for a game called Particular Destination that I found was pretty good.
Particular destination. I don't know what it's looking
You'd like to like put it current link where you find it in the
Oh yeah, if you
This
put the
part?
link on.
and then I can like,
Yeah.
show it on
I
screen.
can just send it to the Ag District or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, general. Are you Serpent Shadow?
Yeah.
I also remember to change your name to like first name, nickname, my name. If you wouldn't mind. What did you do? What did you think up with that? It's so weird. Oh, yeah. It's taking forever. So apparently.
A lot of the time if I look up design docs for specific games, they think I mean like early character designs. It's like, no, I don't want your art. I wanted to see why you came up with those concepts. I want to be like the CEO, why am I gonna lose money on this game? Or why I'm gonna make money.
Key exclamation mark the particular destination. Cool. So this is like what they released public.
Hey,
So it introduces, that's good. It's always like good to start with like a summary of this is like a game design doc, which is like kind of same, but like not.
I mean, it covers all the basics.
It's yeah, it covers the game design doc is slightly different in that it covers like everything about the game, whereas we're talking about like individual design docs, which cover like certain mechanics and stuff. But this is also a design doc, technically. And it also covers mechanics, but it covers like everything.
Yeah.
So it is slightly different. We would have covered the story in ours first. But like this should have that sparking gameplay.
The gameplay we would cover. That's like the first page.
Oh, there's not like a little bit. Yeah, so it looks like it's covering.
I think pages 5, 4, and 7 would cover immediately. Like those are the bases.
Yeah, like this covering the
Mechanics.
mechanics of this game.
Health and checkpoints, yeah, we would do that. We would put that in a section.
Yeah, like this is UX. Like this is how they want the player to feel, or yeah, how they want the player to feel. That's UX.
Yeah,
Controls, this the control. Nice graphic for the
Mhm.
controls. Now talking about what items you can find. So yeah, this is what you'd find like a design doc. Like we'd create like multiple design docs for each of these sections. And
keep in mind, these are high effort design docs,
Yeah.
really, because they have visuals.
also it probably went past like editors and writers
Yeah,
because this is like something released to the public. And I don't think they released their like raw design docs.
raw design docs go crazy. That's
Yeah.
why it's like those are the important ones. These are polished.
Mhm.
They even add like little imagery and like what it would look like based on what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is like good to help you get an idea of like what should go in a design doc, but not like how it should look or like um how it
yeah, this is
Re-
cool polish. Do you want the dirty design doc that you made at like at 2 a.m. because you didn't have enough time? And then you just typed up the idea and it looks all scrambled and maybe the subtitles or like the subtext or the headers aren't right.
also for our purposes, like if you make like an anime design, let's say, you
Yeah.
probably want to be more detailed than a simple cannon that shoots in different directions can be placed on the ground or near the platform. Like this is great for this one because it's like that's what the turret does.
Mhm.
But we probably would like they want to say like specifically the like how much time it should take or I guess more details
Yeah.
on the specifics so that it's easier for the programmer or and also it's more certain that like your vision gets in versus
Yeah.
a programmer interpreting your summary of enemy and then them interpreting that to like and creatively making their own decisions on this design.
You have to think about it through like a programmer lens. Like if you
Mhm.
say the turrets, you're like, okay, you put in how much time they can be put down for. You can put down if it's going to be cooldown based or not. You can put down if it sticks to what are the physics of this thing? Does it stick to the ground? Does it stick to anything? Can it stick to walls?
Yeah,
Like,
basically, I
yeah.
guess whatever you don't design, someone has to design, and that someone's probably going to be a programmer.
yeah,
And like, if you're fine with trusting the judgment of programmers, then like, because sometimes it's not bad, but it's not like what you want as a designer. So just something to think about.
you have to be specific, or otherwise
Yeah.
they're going to do whatever they want. And you sometimes don't want that, depending on what you're trying to do. So yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty good for like the overhead text where it's like you go to the table of contents and saying these oh well it's I don't know why I need to say that but like this is like each of these you want a design doc for probably
Oh yeah.
uh
There's probably a doc for every category, actually.
yeah
Can you go to page 17?
Yeah.
I want to see the bosses.
we were just there when I yeah
Yeah, so,
Jeeves the butler
okay. Does it immediately go for, okay, no. First finds gravity ball, it is designed to challenge the player's maneuverability with this new device or mechanic. Boss is a giant flying robot that the player must scale in order to reach its 4 weak points. As the player attempts to scale the boss to destroy the weak spots, the butler will attack back using its large arms and missiles, which punch and shoot the player.
I think what these are like a good example for is like it summarizing your design at like top level. Like you don't always have to do it, but like if you were to summarize your design, it's like it's pretty good to like example out
That's true.
after.
But it obviously doesn't have every single detail that I would like to know when implementing this boss. Like, how much health does it have relative to the player? Like, how powerful is this? I know, like, this is the first boss, but what does it have? What are the abilities here?
Just things to really think about. Anyone else have any design docs? Any Zoom people have any design docs they made or found that they'd like to share? Charles has found the design docs for Diablo. Would you like to post them in the chat and I can take them out and show them? Thanks.
Nice. Hold it up.
Oh, it's another PDF.
Nice. I actually like this.
So this is Diablo's design doc. It was scanned. And look at those stains. I guess is this what they like sent to like programmers probably? Okay, it has the summary or what Diablo is.
Oh my god.
Now it has
Imagine being a programmer and instead of being sent like a dog or something, you get given like a book. And of design
this
things.
probably was not what was sent to the programmers.
Whatever it was.
This looks like it was you send this to your sponsors, kind of, or the people higher ups, right?
Like a COO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, like it's got font saying it's like this is the pitch for the Diablo, I think, kind of.
Yeah, maybe. I'd be so scared, imagine.
So like they have an example of how this. Yeah. So this is like useful if you want to like look at how they're pitching it. Like obviously, if you're pitching your DDA, doesn't have to be this detailed because we want to expand on it.
Yeah, these are made for the media. These are made for the average person to read.
Yeah, this is made for like a sponsor or like someone higher up, to like, give you
I can make this happen.
so you even have marketing.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. This has been meant for
This is, yeah,
this is for CEO.
but I think
CEO.
there is things like you can take out of this, like how they break down the mechanics, into like easier ways, because we're not all designers in like the game development, so it is useful to think about how you convey the like your complex designs to other people.
I think you know what I do think a diagram right there with the temple slash dungeon. I think that's good. That's good to like give to general. You scroll down.
But
It won't like oh there you go. I think that's a good general like diagram to give to like even programmers or like other designers. They might be able to like figure out what you're trying to say here. Like they're trying to see what the structure is.
Yeah.
Where there's a temple slash dungeon and you go down very top there's a town. And maybe you have things to do with the town. Unrelated to the temple like dungeon area so that you can have a break from the dungeon. Many things can be like said about this diagram in particular. That's good. You continue and then you continue adding more details to it.
apparently we're gonna look at the Doom Bible.
The Doom Bible? Wait.
Interesting. What should I go to? I guess we start with it. Man line. Oh, this is like oh oh okay, I guess this doesn't look anything. I guess this one has a lot of character stuff. The story, like actors, other players, humans. I think this is like a different way to pitch, right? Where it's like those like super technical detail, right?
I think that's more, it's closer to what we do at design talks.
Yeah, I think it is closer to what you would hand to like a programmer.
Yeah, no, it is. Look at the squiggles.
Building descriptions. This definitely is closer to like what you would hand to programming to put all this in. Or like developing the structure to put all this in. Um, Six. What's there? Oh, sections, not page numbers. I guess, yeah, that's probably where it is. Have you found a website for this? Where do you know?
A website?
Let's see if I can find others. I don't think I'm random notes. Doing press release. There we go, 1 minute. These are just simple examples and stuff. Any last questions or anything? Comments, whatever?
On the dot that showed you the bid one,
Yeah.
at the bottom of it, there's like a progression map. Would that be something that you would kind of like make for the overall game, or would like you would more so do one of this kind of thing for each like level?
Sorry, let me see it. I'm not. Progression chart. Um, I see. I think so. This is like, I guess, the overall map of the world. Um, I guess it's basically saying for like until boss 2, the level design like goes up, and then after boss 2, you have like this scripted event where you go down,
Oh, it's a timeline.
and yeah,
It's a timeline of like what the game structure should be. That's good.
yeah. I think this determines like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So like level design thing will like generally go up, it seems, because you want to go up to the peak. And the story like is that you climbing this mountain, and then you fall down, you go to this other thing. And then it's like for art, it'd be like this starting part is like more plains, and then up here is more mountainy, like up the mountain, more mountainy.
You know where I've seen this a lot more is when you're doing a pitch and you're trying to pitch to a whole team why you should be game lead. This is the timeline works perfectly
Mhm.
because it tells everyone what they're gonna be working on at what point. Like how big the game is, first off, or scope, and where they can like diminish it if they need to. So it's a good format if you're pitching. I do recommend it. Oh my God, if you're pitching for GDA and you want to like include something like this in your slides, everyone will love you for it, specifically design and programming and art. Actually, everyone will. Everyone will be appreciative of this because then they know how much assets you need, how big your game is, where they can scope it down. Production would adore you. But it's great.
It doesn't have to be like exactly like this, of course.
Right.
It can be dumbed down. It can
Yeah.
just be like a square timeline or whatever.
In
Yeah.
fact,
It just has to like kind of like this timeline down here, like ignore this part. Like if you just do this, that probably would be good enough.
yeah. In fact, wait, there's one
Yeah,
that
I
is,
guess this is useful for like the overall development.
can you pull up
And then you,
the,
for each level, you would probably like make a map, but it probably won't look like this because it would be more detailed.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? I don't know. I think my computer started to be unhappy with me. But yeah,
and I'm gonna send you this, if you like, put it up on screen. actually.
where are you sending it to me?
DM.
DM. You don't wanna. Oh,
Go to slide 7. This is probably the best example that I still reference for timelines. This is
Yeah.
Taco Cat pitch that we just showed the
so
design
this
doc
is
for 2 years ago. This is a timeline that they used on their original pitch, and it literally helped so much for production. Basically, and this is a very dumbed down like thing, but this helped a lot. Basically, they're trying to say that it was like it's a full day cycle. And it's trying to say early dawn of the day cycle, you do story thing, like small story section, taco making section, and there's the driving section, which is a larger part of the day cycle than the story and taco part. But this is where it's like trying to tell you how big each portion is, and it's trying to lay out how long the day is. Basically, you get to do the taco and the driving part 3 times, and the story is just like smooth sailing from there. It's trying to tell you like that's how fast the game's gonna get, and that's how like one gameplay is gonna look like. This is an amazing part of pitching. I feel like if I see a timeline on your pitch, I can tell that you've thought this through. You probably know what the game is gonna look like. You already visualized it in your head. That's what that tells me. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up because it's a good thing. Also, someone's in the presentation right now. Let me get out of here.
What?
I don't know who's looking at it, but it is public.
Yeah, it's fine. Sophia, you mean the progression chart, this one, right, Sophia? Oh, sorry, Sophia asked where you find the progression chart. Sure, yeah, I'll put it in the chat, I think, no, I cannot put it in the chat, never mind. It's, no, I can put it in chat. It was this one. It's also in general in the design server, like this one. Yes. It's a game design document for the exclamation point D. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. Well, that's the end of this workshop.
Oh yeah, we're done. 2 p.m. guys.
Goodbye, Zoom people. I will be ending it. And goodbye, people in real life as well.
Yeah.
Or I guess physically here.
Yeah. Workshop is over. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
What's on the screen right
It is. PDF, like,
Yeah, no problem.
bye all.
See ya.